All right, man. What's going on, everyone? So this is something I really didn't want to talk about, but I feel it's just necessary to talk about it, just in case it were to ever just blow up and actually come into fruition. Which, please God, please don't. That's all I'm saying. But so with this whole debacle going on, Warner Brothers is up for sale. We got a lot of people coming after the IPs that Warner Brothers has. I mean, why not? One, you got the DC universe, but along with other great franchises as well. We've heard rumors, and most people are thinking Paramount's going to be the one to do it. There's even been hints of Netflix. Even saw a report recently where Universal is going to be stepping in. So you got all these different studios who are all kind of trying to figure out something to get this Warner Brothers, if it's worth it, was it not? Is it a possibility for some of these studios to do so? My money has been on Paramount this entire time. I mean, hell, it's ran by the Ellisons. The Ellison, if you don't know, Larry Ellison, I think he's like the second or third richest man in the entire world. It's his son who owns Skydance, and then, of course, purchased AT&T, I believe, and got all those properties. And so now going into it, it's looking that they're going to get, they were the front runners to, of course, purchase Warner Brothers. And that's been kind of, the reason it's such a big talk, especially with Warner Brothers. We got the dcuniverse who just started out, and I thought it started out with great momentum. I enjoyed Superman very much. I enjoyed Peacemaker. I enjoyed Creature Commandos. I just enjoyed what they've given us so far out of the DCU. James Gunn, I think, has done a great job. Say what you will. But from a starting standpoint, I'm excited for what's to come for the DC universe. Well, if it gets purchased, I mean, yeah, there's a little skepticism there, right? Especially like, is James Gunn going to stay? Right? You know how usually new ownership comes in, they kind of clean house, right? Just to use an example like football, for instance. Football, new owner comes in, he's going to hire his general manager. He's going to hire his head coach. He's going to get their players, his quarterback he wants. I mean, it's just no different than when it comes to business too. Nobody comes in, they clear out the talent, and they bring out the talent they want in there. It just is what it is. Now, there's the cases where some people stick around. Oh, of course, always. There's always cases where people stick around. They're like, you know what, he's good at his job. We're going to keep him here, 100%. And from rumors we've been getting, if Paramount were to be the ones to purchase Warner Brothers, James Gunn, I feel, is safe. I think that they like the direction they're going. Zaslav is a huge supporter of James Gunn and what he's been doing with the universe. So, that being said, well, based on this report here, and this is from Matt McGloin from Comic Book News. Now, take that as what you will. Comic Book News just kind of just throws shit out there. Hope through the wall, hope it sticks. Well, based on this, it says Zack Snyder, Christopher Nolan, and Saudis set to bring back the Sndyerverse. Okay? So on the eve of the anniversary of the theatrical Justice League release, our insiders have reached out with major updates about Zack Snyder, the sale of Warner Brothers Discovery, and what is now being described as a full play scenario for the return of the Sndyerverse. I can't take the stupid Snyderverse shit. I really can't. But it says Warner Brothers Discovery is officially setting up for sale, and it is no coincidence that Zack Snyder has been posting nonstop DCU images and liking fan content on Instagram that compares the performance of his films to James Gunn's struggling DCU projects, which that's false, by the way. James Gunn's Superman actually did very well. It's probably the highest performing DC movie since Aquaman. Okay, so I'm just go throw a little context out there, because all the rest of those movies in a universe did not do good financially at the box office. So you got all these people talking restore the Snyderverse, but you didn't go out and support those movies. You know why? Because they were trash. They were trash. I mean, it's just simple as that. They were trash movies. And so it says the timing lines up with what would have been if Warner Brothers is sold. James Gunn will be out as the head of DC Studios. This comes from the same insider who brought us Daredevil's Born Again was being completely retooled months before the Hollywood Reporter confirmed it is exactly as we reported. Okay, you got one right there, buddy. It is the same source who has been accurately filling us with the WB sales and David Zadlav's plan before the trades caught up. Their track record speaks for itself. Okay. Snyderverse is in full play return. Regarding DC, the message from the insider is clear. The Snyderverse is back in play fully. This means Zack Snyder returning to DC, not just for a one-off Elseworlds title, but an actual revival of the universe he started. We're told that Christopher Nolan is also part of the plan to return as executive producer. That's the same Christopher Nolan who backed Snyder on The Man of Steel and helped shape the original vision for DC before Warner Brothers derailed it with the studio interference. According to what had been previously told, it was all Nolan's decision to hand over DC to Snyder. So I'm not going to continue any more into this article because I just think that this is a pretty stupid article. Okay. Let's do a little track record here, okay? Let's go back. So Zack Snyder comes in, announces he's going to make Man of Steel. Okay? I enjoyed Man of Steel. I did, very much. Henry Cavill was a good Superman. It was a different take on Superman. It was interesting. It was good. I like the movie. I like the movie a lot, to be honest with you. Now, you watch it again. It's very dark. It's a very dark movie. It's very not Superman. It's very much not Superman when it comes to tonality of the film, okay? But it doesn't make it wasn't a great interpretation. It was a great interpretation by Zack Snyder, who is known for kind of that dark, the gritty visuals that he does on his film, 300, Watchmen, right? So Man of Steel was good. Now, after Man of Steel, we end up getting a Batman Superman. Now, Batman versus Superman, which I liked. I didn't love it. One, Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, awful. Just awful. The story was awful. Now, the fight scenes were good. I liked the fight scenes. Did it do well at the box office? Sure, I think it did like $800 million. It actually did pretty good. The best thing that he did, I believe, in what is called the Sndyerverse, right? From there, we get Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, I believe was a very good outing too. Wonder Woman was good. I liked Wonder Woman. Now, did he direct Wonder Woman? No. Did he write Wonder Woman? No. That was what's her name? Patty Jenkins. Okay. Then we end up getting Wonder Woman 2, which was god awful. We got Aquaman. Now, I enjoyed Aquaman, okay? I enjoyed Aquaman for the most part, but that, of course, was a Justin Lin project. Not Justin Lin, James Wan. That was James Wan project. Wrote and directed it. Zack Snyder didn't do anything with it, okay? It was just characters that connected with his Justice League. Then Justice League comes around. Justice League was awful, okay? And then, I know Zack Snyder, he got the Snyder Cut, which the Snyder Cut was good, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for the most part. But it still wasn't great. Okay? It still wasn't great. And so, and when was that? Justice League. Justice League came out in... Let's look this up. Justice League came out in 2017. 2017. With a 39% on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, now, I know you can't take Rotten Tomato scores for what it is, but, because, of course, it's skewed a little bit. But to say that 39% of individuals only like this movie, I think it speaks for itself. Okay? We got Birds of Prey. I like parts of Birds of Prey, but overall, it was a trash movie. So, with that being put into context, the fact that people are still out here, like, advocating to restore the Snyderverse, you must have to be some of the stupidest fucking people that I have ever fucking seen. And I understand it's online. I understand that these are the people but I want to knock on their doors and I want to beat the shit out of them. Like, seriously. From an actual fan of comic book movies to want Zack Snyder to come back and take over the DCU and continue his vision, you guys are just fucking morons. Like, truly fucking morons. And I'm sick and tired when I go on YouTube and I'm seeing people like Tyrone Magus and see just different individuals just hyping this stupid shit the fuck up. Like, I'm sick of it. I'm truly fucking sick of it. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like, either, like, you must be a fucking retard. You must be a fucking retard if you want these movies to come back. Because here's the thing. I have a question for anybody who's listening. When was the last time that Zack Snyder made a good movie? Huh? When was the last time Zack Snyder, you said, man, I can't wait to watch that Zack Snyder movie again? When was the last fucking time? Huh? When was the last fucking time that he made a good fucking movie? Because I'll be honest with you, Rebel Moon, this the stupidest, some of the stupidest fucking movies I've ever seen in my life. Okay? Stupid as fucking hell. Then you got Army of the Dead, and then you got the Army of the Dead, the Thieves shit. Stupid fucking movies. So the fact that you would prefer Zack Snyder's mediocrity when it comes to his filmmaking recently. Now, I'm not going to go 300. Awesome. Watchmen. Awesome. Okay. What was it? Dawn of the Dead. Awesome. Who wrote Dawn of the Dead? James Gunn did. Okay. Just go ahead and throw that out there. So this is an individual that you want to take over instead of James Gunn. You're a fucking moron. And I'll be honest with you, I'm just going to say it plainly. Go fuck yourself. You know? Go fuck yourself. You're a retard. You're a retard. Like, you need to go read a fucking book or something. Like, seriously. Zack Snyder is so limited with his storytelling. I mean, you guys are blind. You guys are just blind, and I'm truly sick of hearing it over and over again. And if this were to ever be true, if this actual exclusive were to be true, first of all, Christopher Nolan just signed a deal with Universal, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't see him coming back to the whole Warner Brothers debacle thing. That's just not going to happen. That's fake news. But the fact that, and then another thing we got to talk about too, is they're talking about Saudis coming in and purchasing Warner Brothers. From my understanding, as Americans, when the fuck are we going to stop just giving this country over to different fucking people who are not from here? I'm sick of that shit. Like, seriously, this is a fucking America. America. And we're going to give one of our movie studios to some Saudis? Man, give me a fucking break, man. This shit's got to stop. This shit has got to stop. And then if these Saudis decide that they just love Zack Snyder, I want to fuck it. I love his movies. I love these fucking trash movies so much. I can't wait for him to make some more trash DC movies. And that's what they're gonna do. Come on, man. Give me a fucking break. But guys, that's it for my rant today. Let me know what you think down below. But we need Jesus. That's it. We need Jesus.